I pray that you are enjoying positive hours, showers, spring, all of the things that are continue research with this Christ. Then show himself to us. It's so important. Because at times when we just get discouraged, what are you doing? Father, give me a clue. Lord, help me to see and know. And he says, no, I am with you. I pray for this. That you see, that you enjoy this process. That you see. I have the privilege of living in one of the most beautiful places in the country, not beautiful. I live in San Francisco. And there are days I get up and look out over the vista from my home and see a wonderful hill and nights, and then the sun rises. At times I drive down towards the bay of the beauty of the hills in the bay. Other times, evenings, I see the Father doing his best to impress everyone with his incredible sunsets and ways in which he sets the clouds in the sky. Many times, early morning I'm out or late night I'm out and look up and see all of the wonderful stars that the Father has placed there to glorify himself, that we may be encouraged, that we may know them and be them. So I pray that for you too. We've been looking at Jeremiah chapter 3, a wonderful chapter. Because as we read Lamentations, often we forget that it is a book of hope. Yes, there's trouble, yes, there's trial, there's devastation, there's things going on that none of us would wish on our worst. Yet, there's hope. In verses 29 to 28 to 30, we have been talking about principles, surrendering and being helped. Now read into in the Torah. We're going to go back to this. Jeremiah says, let him hear, let him sing alone and be silent since God is leading. Let him put his mouth to the dust, perhaps there is hope. Let him, that is that person, give his cheek to the smiter. Let him be filled with the touch. And then he finishes this section, verse 31 to 32. The Lord will not reject forever. For if he causes grief, then he will have compassion according to his abundant loving kindness. Let's go back up to where we are dealing with. First, remember the first principle, civil alone. Second principle, silent. The third one is confession, humility. Put your mouth in the dust. How comfortable. Here's number 4. Give his cheek to the smiter. There's a funny line in the movie Bruce Almighty. Before Bruce gets the powers of God, he is arguing with God. And so he looks up at God, shakes his fist, and says, smite me, thou almighty smiter, smite me. We look at that with tongue in cheek and laugh because it's funny. And we wonder what would happen if God did smite him. In college years ago, one of our professors was telling stories and all the leadership, and the guy swore and said, God would damn me, that type of thing. And the professor says, what would happen if God really did that to you? What is Jeremiah? Give your cheek to the smiter. It's the opposite of what Bruce was doing in Bruce Almighty. The issue here is submission. We had so far, we've had stillness, we've had silence. This is submission. Give in to, give over to. Yes, I give my cheek. I surrender in submission. Because you lead. Help me not to be like Bruce in the movies. Help me to stop being my normal self and arguing and fighting. Help me to remit and submit. Submission to God is always important because we can't defeat God. God says, I want you to obey. I want you to walk with him. I want you to understand me and my ways. I want you to be my person. Submit, submit. All submission is saying, I give over to the one who is greater. I give over to the one who is greater. God is greater than you. Jesus is greater than God. The Holy Spirit is greater than God. I give over to. When we submit, we're allowing the Father to do his perfect will. You're no longer striving. You're no longer arguing. You say, Father, I give myself to you to do what it is you want me to do. The greatest example of this, of course, is Jesus in the garden. Not my will, Father, but your will. Lord, I give over to your plan. Father, I give myself to you. I surrender. I submit to you. When we submit to the Father's plan, great things happen in our life. Again, we learn to live in liberty and victory. Submission helps us to live in both of them, even to a greater extent, that we live in the freedom that the Father gives us because we've submitted. We live in the victory that he gives us because we know that we walk in the living hope of his Son because we have submitted. We have given over. Well, none of us like submitting. As a wrestler, no, I want to win. Yeah, I go out and do my best. And the submission holds, things you do, and you're going to make a person submit. The Father says, no, I want you to submit willingly. Because when you don't submit willingly, there's pain. Back to wrestling again. The injuries happen when you don't submit or you don't have a counter move. Injuries happen because we resist. The Father says, I don't want you to resist. I want you to submit. The blessings, the blessings, as he speaks deeply into each and every person of Jesus. Why do this? Why do I like Bruce? Smite me, Almighty Smiter. I've got this under control. You don't. I'm angry. Do something about it. Your submission says, Father, I will give myself to you. Submit. We submit to the one who loves you. We submit to the one. We submit to the one who's given us. We submit to the one who we submit to the one. Jesus. Jesus, thank you for this verse. Yes, submission is fun. It is you who taught us the way. You show us. Lord, in our lives, you help us to do what you do, Jesus. And simply say, not my will. You to see requested it.